see India in the next 25 years? We are talking about Amrit Kal and all that, but how do you see within that dairy as an industry and the growth in India and beyond? You're the amongst the few companies in this sector who has actually ventured out of India as well, moved into Africa, and that also the unit economics there actually have been even better than in India. So, how do you really see this industry panning out over the next 25 years?
Sir, I will always peg the industry with along with the growth of whatever our country is doing, right? Like I told you, we did growing because of the country. Even before I go to the industry, just look at it as a banking system. Earlier, when we used to buy milk from the farmers, we physically were transferring cash. Sales used to come in cash. To today, 1,50,000 farmers being online, bank account. Not that we didn't try earlier. When we tried it, people would say in a village, where will I go 20 villages later to pick up bank money from a bank account to come and pay my guy working on my farmhand, or to pay my village kirana guy money to do it. When at the village level, if they're using a QR code or doing a GPay, that enables the whole system to shift into something dynamically different. And today you're able to do it at the press of a button. So that gives you the possibility of scale. If you look at it as what the auditors were doing as a conversion of money that comes in to go, we're able to have 100% traceability.
Yes.
Through the bank kind of a scenario, right? So when you look at the dairy industry that way, that is on the system of growing the industry. When it comes to consumption, 7-8 years ago, we didn't have curd. People used to buy milk and make curd at home. So today, people buying curd. And this is not buying from an A-grade store or buying a cup of curd, but it's more the 10 rupee pouch which the guys are buying as a 10 rupee curd. My view, the bottom has improved. So if you really believe in the new economics of the bottom shrinking, the middle class ballooning, and the top coming up, things like curd, paneer, lassi, buttermilk will go through better. And that will give a huge amount of value addition. See, globally, when milk was around 90% was milk and 10% was ghee in terms of a household consumption. Today, it is coming to smaller. Milk will be 60% if they can afford it, as ghee is becoming 30% by value terms. Paneer or cheese might be adding 10% to it. Then the refreshments of ice cream and all that is coming in. So that is the way I foresee. If we all believe in the growth of economics, white milk will become a core. It will be saturated very soon. Everybody will have a glass of white milk availability and affordability. Then it will come down to a simple thing as an ice cream. If my power is stable, my roads are good. If I'm able to make delivery at a village level of ice cream and there's an ice cream freezer functioning, and I'm able to give a 10 rupee choco bar at the village level for ice cream, my ice cream will boom. Instead of buying some toffee or something, it will become an everyday snack from being once in a great while luxury item, right? It will become a common item. So I perceive that as the Indian economy grows, the GDP continues to grow, a lot of it will move into these. I would call it the fundamental luxury. It might not be blue cheese yet, but guaranteed it will be paneer. It might not be the fanciest of ice cream, but a 10 rupee choco bar available pan India at every level. First, milk is getting there. We are now able to, if you go and see packaged milk, its availability, especially in the south and west of the country, has become abundant. We have a large segment of what we call mass premium. So a person might buy A company's curd saying, I like it, and buy B company's curd for milk because they like it. They're differentiating and picking what they like. So I see that coming from a consumption point of view. From the back end of farming, there is so much more change to happen. We still are majority backyard farming. We have not yet moved into commercial farming. If it starts to move from backyard to organized itself, there will be so much more saving in cost, and then we will have the potential to become a global player. Right now, the diaspora globally out of India itself is acting as a huge anchor. I mean, if you go touch anybody in the US who's gone and launched products in the US now, to get a 50 crore, 100 crore category going in the US is very easy. All you need is to do the 3 degree of separation, connect with a few friends, and you will hit upon 30 desi stores, which can give you that kind of revenue.
Right.
If I can use that base and say if a Chobani in the US could become Greek yogurt, became mainstream and could do $1 billion revenue, what prevents an Indian lassi being a very good probiotic drink becoming larger? Right? That is the second part of it, addressing it from a market point of view. The third part that I see, Indian dairy operation skills today are on par or superior than the world. It's like a pharma guys or a IT guys going across. So today you go and tell me to run a plant anywhere in the world. We can run a plant far more cost effectively than majority of the other guys. Because today, my automation guy coming out of Pune can do great automation for me, world-class automation for me at a fraction of a cost what it will cost me to do globally. Now, if I need to acquire a plant globally, I am taking consultants from India to go there and say, how can I automate here? How can I throw it out here? How can I do better here? Right? So the skill set of the human talent that India has produced is also acting as a major resource for us to be a much larger and global players. The only drawback that I tell people now, we started the era of being low on capital issue. Capital in the earlier days of 1995 was not available. It was a development institutions that gave the money to do. Then now capital has come in the form of equity, multiple form. I mean, you guys know better that there is so much of capital available. Licensing to no more licensing to be more effective, more online to give you n ways of getting into the market, right? Now the challenge if you need to grow is to get that human talent together. If Dodla has to grow from 3,000 to 8,000, if it has to grow to 15,000, now I cannot complain about lack of money. I cannot complain about lack of technology. Then why am I not growing? Either I would be a restriction by not being able to let go or not let it flourish or not understanding it. And that's primarily my job now as head of the organization, right? If Dodla does not grow and it does not become bigger, the blame should be me and I should step back by saying, guys, it was my mistake. I was not able to let it grow. That means I need 4 more people, 5 more good people, processes, systems to build. Money and the globe is available for the industry. It's now going to be who can harness it is where it will go. So that is my view. Within India, outside India, opportunity is enormous. It's only how we harness it.